everybody, and welcome back. Whew, what a game. And today, we are going to go over week 6 of the NFL season. Green Bay and Chicago. Let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, I'm here with Dylan as always. Make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts of the game. Now let's get into it. Okay. Whew. So we know that we got injuries.
Yep.
Our defense is so depleted with injuries. I mean, not really, but Jair Alexander being injured doesn't help entirely. Zadarius Smith injured isn't helping anything. Kevin King injured helps a lot. But yeah, we just, two of our best defensive players being out doesn't help a lot. But this is a good team victory today. I felt like we played well. The first quarter was shaky. We didn't look like ourselves, and I'm like, as soon as Josh Myers got injured, I'm like, oh no. And they said Lucas Patrick was the center. I'm like, oh dear God. They could just pack everyone in the middle and Lucas Patrick is going to get beat. I'm honestly surprised they didn't have more sacks. But overall, we were able to run the ball, and holy hell, were we able to run the ball a lot. Yeah, we just kind of, our defense is not that great. It's still not great at all. They only got 14 points, but our defense is just still not that great. Don't let the 14 points fool you. Our red zone defense is absolutely ass. So whenever we're down there, it's a guaranteed score. We haven't stopped anyone in the red zone all year. And we got a holding call to help us, and we still couldn't stop them. What are your overall thoughts on the game, Dylan?
I mean, it was a good team victory, even with losing half our damn team.
Yeah. And it doesn't get easier after this one, folks. Because we got Washington football team on our next schedule. And they're no pushover. Yeah, you could look at their record and be like, "Oh, they're 2-4. What do you want from them? They're 2-4. They're not great." The only reason they're 2-4 is because they don't have a franchise-changing quarterback. I'm sorry, Taylor Heineke, you're not it. Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't it. He also got injured too. I guess that doesn't really help. But if you take a look at the defensive side of the ball, that defense could literally help a team win a Super Bowl. They have 4 first-round picks on that defensive line. Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, Matthew Ioannidis, Jonathan Allen. I feel like I'm missing someone. Jesus Christ, I feel like I said Jonathan Allen twice. Who am I forgetting? Daron Payne. I'm an idiot. But yeah, they have Daron Payne, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, and Chase Young, and Matthew Ioannidis as a defensive line. That is scary enough. That's so... Especially with David Bakhtiari Elton Jenkins and now Josh Myers all out. I mean, we don't actually.
Jenkins played. He's back.
Oh, well, my bad. Anyways, I was at a bar. I was at a bar with family, so I didn't really hear the commentators at all or see who was on the field a lot. So I guess I'll give myself a little bit of a break there because I I was kind of paying attention here and there, but I saw some big plays. But anyway, I didn't know Ellen Jenkins was back, but David Bakhtiari and Josh Myers doesn't help at all that they're out. But we don't know if Myers will return next week yet. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But we definitely need David Bakhtiari back.
When's he coming back?
Don't
that
know.
week 6 thing. No.
Well, we don't know yet.
We could use him right about now.
Yes, we could. I don't know, but it doesn't get easier after football team, and after football team, you got the undefeated Arizona Cardinals in Arizona.
That'll be an interesting game for sure.
And then you go to Kansas City. And then maybe Wilson will be back by then, but we host Seattle. Minnesota, they always fight us. They always play us hard. It's always going to be a heart attack at the end of the game. Then you host LA, the Rams. They're no pushover, so it's going to be a very hard schedule leading up to the bye week.
Yeah, the next 6 weeks are going to be interesting.
And then after the bye week, you got the Bears, the Ravens, Cleveland, Minnesota, Detroit. Like, Baltimore and Cleveland, they're not going to be easy. Hell, not even, maybe the Bears and Vikings are going to fight, you know that. Detroit should be a pushover, hopefully. But that's not until week 18. But, like, you know, we're really going to be tested to see if these past 5 weeks have been flukes and it's, oh, you're just beating easy teams. Or it's, maybe they can actually get past the NFC title game if they get their head out of their asses. So, yeah. You look at the stats on your screen. A-Rod, 17 of 23, 195, 2 TDs. He owns the Bears. If you didn't hear that at all. A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, just amazing 1-2 punch at running back. I'm glad they're splitting carries. I'm glad Dillon's getting a lot of playing time.
Yeah, we're going to need that against Washington. Hopefully AJ Dillon can just muscle through them guys.
Yeah. And Devontae Adams had a good game. Aaron Jones receiving wise had a good game. Lazard did too. Yeah, defensively though, Kenny Clark was amazing in that fourth quarter drive that we really needed him. Funny story. I was listening on the radio in the fourth quarter, and I kept hearing Henry Black saves the tackle. Henry Black. I'm like, who the hell is Henry Black? I'm like, who is Henry Black? He has to be like a fourth string, he has to be like a backup to the backup to the backup defensive back or something. I'm like, who is this dude? But he kept making tackles. The radio guy kept saying his name, and I'm like, who is this guy? But yeah. Kenny Clark, 2 sacks. Jonathan Garvin, 1. Dean Lowry with 1. So we got to Justin Fields a bit. No interception. Oh wait, no, there was one by Adrian Amos, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he overthrew it and Amos caught it in the end zone. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Actually, two, but one wasn't called for some reasons, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Overall, good game. Um, Now, what would I do? Now, obviously, you see we're 2 games ahead of the Bears. I'm not saying it's over yet, but good luck, Chicago, Minnesota, for catching us. But, we got a tough schedule, too, so who knows? Anything can happen. I'm not saying it's over yet. But I just said if we're leading by 2 games, good luck catching us, because we always play the NFC North well, and when we face them with Matt LaFleur, it's gonna be always a good game. Now, what would I do?
Well, what else? And we have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. So yeah, Washington. Now I don't know if their offensive line is good or not. Maybe it is. I don't really know. I mean, they got some good players. Brandon Sheriff is an All-Pro. Um, Eric
They
Fluff.
got a good team there. They just don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to come down to in this game is a shootout, which the Packers have the clear advantage in, especially when you have Adams as a receiver.
I'm just worried about their defensive line, but at the same time,
Bears also have a killer defensive line while that kind of was quiet. It's
yeah, but
the first quarter.
these guys I think are a lot better. Or I think the football team's defensive line is a lot better than the Bears, but I could be wrong. Like obviously Khalil Mack is really good, but I don't really know who else is on that defensive line. Oh, Robert Quinn.
Yeah, he's been a beast this year. That I know.
And I mean, I think Washington football team is a little bit better. It's a little better.
But I think we can definitely handle them. They had a great quarterback, then I'd be scared. But now that I said that, Heineke will probably get like 4 touchdowns.
I'm just seeing, yeah. I guess I'm looking at their stats, and I guess they're really not getting a whole lot of pressure. I guess so. I guess that's good. Like, yeah, I guess they're not getting a whole ton of pressure. But you never know.
That Arizona game is going to be that's going to be a huge one. That's going to be a scary one. I can see us losing that one if we have a ton of injuries still by then.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, well, their defense sucks ass. That's all I know. That will be an offensive shootout game. Who will ever, I guess, make the least amount of errors, I think, will win that one.
Yeah, that's a 325. Wow. Wait. That Arizona. That's a Thursday night game. Arizona.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, that Chiefs game is a Fox game, which I'm surprised about. Okay. So a couple of prime time matchups.
Yeah, I'm curious how we play the next 6 weeks, though. These will all be good games, though. But Washington, I think we'll take them, but you never know what can happen. Having the huge advantage with Rodgers over Heineke is obviously a huge advantage.
Yeah, and I'm not saying we're gonna lose. I think we can win easily. Like you said, Heineke is not an elite quarterback. We have an elite quarterback.
If they had an elite quarterback, then I'd say, yeah, this might be a loss then. But I do like our odds in this one, especially being at Lambeau. But we'll see what happens.
And who
So
knows? Next week I could look like a fool and be like, "Oh, well, they got no pressure on Rodgers." Well, we don't know yet. It's not until this is now. if I
yeah, we'll
if
see what happens next week.
hey, if we hold the football team's defensive line, cool. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh man, my prediction." Nah. I'll be like, "Okay, we stopped them. Good." I don't give a shit about them. I just praise
Yeah.
their defensive line because they used 4 first-round picks to revitalize their defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
I
looking
just
at their
want to play
stats.
Arizona and then the Chiefs, but I know the Chiefs have a crappy defense, so.
Yeah,
And didn't Tyreek Hill actually get injured too?
that I don't know anything about.
I thought I saw something on that, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he did apparently. Who knows how long he'll be out for? But
Yeah, that'll definitely be an offensive shootout game between Rodgers and Mahomes.
but
I think whoever gets the least amount of errors will win that one.
but anyways, go Pack go. But I think that'll be it. Good team victory this week. Hopefully we can continue this going on. So make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and peace out.